Finally, the crazy international break comes to an end and we are back in business. I know a lot of you are happy that the international break has ended. Like, I was waiting for it to end. It was so frustrating, but now we are back in business. We are back with the top leagues resuming, and also the England Premier League. So these are my England Premier League predicted scoreline, and at the end of the day, my betting tips. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this quality predicted scoreline and also betting tips that will be shared with you right away. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive right into it. And as you're watching the video right now, ensure you're hitting the like button and subscribe. Our target like for this video is 5,000 likes, so I believe we can do it. Smash the like button and subscribe. We are aiming for 135,000 subscribers after this video. We are sitting currently at 134,000 subscribers. We are aiming for 135,000 after this video. So I believe you and we can do it. So smash the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so you'll be notified whenever a video is being uploaded. So let's dive into the business of today. I'll try as much as possible to keep this video short and fast. So let's head into it. The first game on our list, we have a game between Nottingham Forest taking on Chelsea. We all know that Nottingham Forest has been struggling back to back, and I blame the owners because what is his name? Is it Makanaki? So I can't remember his name, but somebody should drop his name for me in the comment section. Nottingham Forest sacked an amazing manager that has brought Nottingham Forest back to the top, but now they are struggling real bad. Nottingham Forest are struggling real bad. To be honest, they are paying for what they did. Sacking that man was a really crazy idea. Sacking Nuno Espirito was a crazy idea. On the other hand, Chelsea are just coming off a win against Liverpool. 2-1, a dying minute win. Chelsea gave Liverpool the taste of their own medicine. We won Benfica and also won Liverpool. So I believe Chelsea have more of this push in this game. But Nottingham Forest, the coach is under serious pressure, in which is Ange Postecoglou. And if he wants to start winning, or if he wants to keep his job, this should be the game to change everything. But I don't think so. Instead, I don't think so. For him to lose against Swansea, worst of all, Midtjylland, crazy. So my predicted scoreline between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea is 1 to Forest and 2 to Chelsea. So without wasting much of our time, we head to the next game. We have Brighton Hove and Albion taking on Newcastle. Brighton is coming off from a 1-1 draw against Wolves, while Newcastle United defeated Nottingham Forest 2-0. And these particular two teams, which is Brighton and Newcastle, anytime they meet themselves, is always a tight fixture. Understand? So I'm expecting another tight fixture again, in which is most likely a draw, but a draw that contains goals. So my predicted scoreline here is Brighton 1, Newcastle United 1. That is my predicted scoreline. And we dive into the third one. We have Burnley taking on Leeds. These two teams started fairly well, but now they are aiming back down to the relegation zone. So I'm expecting another tight fixture here because I don't think there will be any team here that's going to lose between Burnley and Leeds. So I'm expecting another draw, in which we saw Burnley losing against Aston Villa and also Leeds United losing against not Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur. So the both teams are coming off from a loss. So I don't think the two teams will want to lose again. So a draw is most likely to happen in this game. So my predicted scoreline for the game between Burnley and Leeds is 1 to Burnley, 1 to Leeds. So that sums up that particular prediction. We have the next game to be Crystal Palace taking on Bournemouth. We have seen the magic that Crystal Palace has been doing so far this season, failing to lose. At the end of the day, they lost their last game against Everton, a 9-minute win from Jack Grealish, and they lost 2-1. Bournemouth, on the other hand, are a very stubborn side. Stubborn, like when you mean stubborn. They defeated Fulham in their last game 3-1, and Crystal Palace always find Bournemouth as a thorn on their flesh. But based on Crystal Palace's recent form, I believe they can be able to hold and withstand Bournemouth's pressure, because Bournemouth has a lot, like Bournemouth are one of the teams in the Premier League that has very high pressure. They give it to all teams they play, be it Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. They give headaches to team. But Crystal Palace know how to contain pressure. So I'll be leaning on Crystal Palace in this particular game, and my predicted scoreline is Crystal Palace 2, Bournemouth 1. And that sums up the predicted scoreline for Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. We head to Man City versus Everton. Man City are now depending on a 1-0 win, in which they did it against Brentford. They won Brentford 1-0, while Everton are also coming out from a 2-1 victory against Crystal Palace. So I don't think Everton stands any chance against Man City, because the robot himself, Haaland, will definitely score in this game again. Because one thing I know with Haaland, anytime a new set of strikers are being brought up to the Premier League to compete with him, they end up bringing out the best version of Haaland. Now they've signed Liverpool signed Isak, Arsenal signed Gyökeres, Chelsea signed João Pedro, this person signed this, they signed that. But Haaland still maintained his class by showing them that he is the top of them all. So the predicted scoreline for this game between Man City and Everton, I'm leaning with Man City to have a complete victory and a clean sweep. Man City 2, Everton 0. That is my predicted scoreline between Man City and Everton. So we head to the next game, in which is Sunderland versus Wolves. Sunderland disappointed me, because this is the team I like so much. Sunderland disappointed me against Manchester United, losing 2-0 to Manchester United, in which would have been more. Where I was very shocked how they lost 2-0, because they played very well. They started very well this season, but one way or the other, they lost to Manchester United 2-0. Wolves, on the other hand, to be honest, they might be relegated this season, because last season they managed to leave the relegation, but now I don't think it's happening, because they don't have any players that can back them off. They've sold almost everybody that made Wolves who they used to be in the Premier League, but now I guess they're aiming down for the relegation zone. So I'll be leaning on Sunderland, despite they lost to Manchester United and Wolves played the 1-1 draw against Brighton, but I'll still lean with Sunderland, because at home they are very, very solid. 1 to Sunderland, 0 to Wolves. And that is my predicted scoreline. This particular scoreline, 1-0 to Wolves, has a very good chance of happening. We head to the next game, which is Fulham taking on Arsenal. Fulham doesn't like Arsenal at all. The London derby game, that's going to be very, very tight. Arsenal, on the other hand, always find one way or the other to always win in case of anything. Arsenal now has the biggest opportunity to top the Premier League table with some good amount of points, because now Liverpool are struggling. And if Arsenal fails to be using all these opportunities, and if Man City overtakes them, it's over. This is Arteta's time to win the Premier League. I said it earlier this season. This is Arteta's time to win the Premier League, and if he doesn't do it, I don't know. So my predicted scoreline here is Fulham 1, Arsenal 2. Arsenal won West Ham 0-2, was it 2-0, while Fulham lost against Bournemouth. I don't think Fulham are beating Arsenal today. They might score Arsenal, but they're not beating Arsenal. So Arsenal to win 1-2 is my predicted scoreline. And we gladly enter the next game, which is Tottenham Hotspur taking on Aston Villa. I have nothing much to say. This is Tottenham Hotspur, a very crazy team that you cannot predict. Today they can be like Prime Brazil, tomorrow they'll be like Seychelles or San Marino. That is Tottenham Hotspur for you. Aston Villa, on the other hand, are trying to bring themselves back after a very, very poor start in this season. So I believe this game, I can't see a winner here, but I'm believing that they will score themselves, in which is my predicted scoreline here is Tottenham Hotspur 1, Aston Villa 1. A very, very likely scoreline. 1-1 for Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa. And now we enter the game of the week. Liverpool. As you can see, Liverpool taking on Manchester United. Liverpool, this is your time to shine. But one way or the other, Manchester United, if you have the chance to beat this Liverpool, beat them. Beat them, because spending that kind of money and not doing anything important with it is crazy. Because when Chelsea did it, they were blasting Chelsea. When Manchester United signed Zirkzee, signed Højlund, 85 million, they were blasting Manchester United. Now it's Liverpool's turn. Liverpool has spent almost, only God knows, to bring in heaven and earth to their club, but they are struggling. Manchester United, if you have the opportunity to beat them, I'm just saying, if you have, because Man United are very crazy, if you have the chance to beat Liverpool, do it. But I'm still leaning on Liverpool, despite their struggling form. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. Before I forget, Liverpool lost to Chelsea, which is my club. They lost to Chelsea 2-1, while Man United defeated Sunderland 2-0. So I'm expecting a tight fixture here, very, very tight. And at the same time, I believe Liverpool will try to beat Man United because obviously they're at home. They don't want to get the shame. Understand? So Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. And to sum up week 8 for the Premier League, we have West Ham taking on Brentford, in which I believe this will be Nuno's first win against Brentford. Let me rephrase. This is going to be Nuno Espirito's first win as a manager of West Ham. So I believe West Ham are beating Brentford. Brentford also a very stubborn side, but I believe West Ham are defeating them. So West Ham 2, Brentford 1. That is my predicted scoreline. So guys, that is all the games for week 8. I'll be calling the betting tips right away. So let me just run through them. Forest versus Chelsea. Chelsea to win 1-2. Brighton versus Newcastle, a 1-1 draw. Burnley versus Leeds, 1-1 draw. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. Crystal Palace win 2-1. Man City to beat Everton 2-0. Sunderland to beat Wolves 1-0. Fulham and Arsenal to win 1-2. Tottenham Hotspur and Villa 1-1. Liverpool and United, Liverpool to win 2-1. West Ham versus Brentford, West Ham to win 2-1. So that sums up our predictions for the week 8. These are predicted scoreline. So now the betting tips. Let me load them up as you can see on your screen. These are the betting tips for game week 8. So let's dive into it. We have 10 games, 13.483 odds. 10 games, 13.483 odds. Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, as you can see on your screen. Chelsea to win or draw. Brighton versus Newcastle, over 1.5 goals. Burnley versus Leeds, Leeds to win or draw. Crystal Palace taking on Bournemouth, Bournemouth or draw. Man City versus Everton, Man City to win at least 1/2. Sunderland versus Wolves, Sunderland to win or draw. Fulham taking on Arsenal, Arsenal to win or draw and over 1.5 goals to be scored. Hotspur versus Aston Villa, over 1.5 goals. Liverpool taking on Man United, Liverpool to win or draw. And finally, West Ham taking on Brentford, over 1.5 goals. 10 games, 13 odds, and I wish us all the very best. The booking code are on your screen. If you use Sporty or 1xBet, they are on your screen. I've made it very, very easy for you to access it. So thank me for putting the code. So guys, that is all for today, and I wish us all the very best. You can drop your own predicted scoreline in the comment section. I'll be looking forward to check each and every one of them, and I'll rate it. So that is all, and I'll see you next time, in which is week 9 for the England Premier League prediction and predicted scoreline. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Have a blessed day, and bye for now.